This episode of Transformation Talk is brought to you by our friends at FNX. FNX is committed to creating innovative supplements of the highest quality that provide focus for a productive morning, energy to thrive all day, performance supplements to reach new goals, unique sleep and recovery formulas to support any sport, and healthy supplements to support an active lifestyle for years to come. Go to fnxfit.com for all your supplement needs. Use code GETRIGHT and save 15% off your order. Hey everyone, Mickey Campbell here, author of Make It Happen and founder of Get Right Personal Training. I would like to thank you for tuning in to this episode of Transformation Talk. The goal of this show is to help anyone looking to transform their body, mind, and spirit find success on their transformation journey. We will discuss starting the journey, what you should be doing, and overcoming some of the obstacles that will inevitably come along the way. Today's episode is titled, Do More Better. The ultimate transformation goal is to create the best version of you. Most everyone wants to be their best, look their best, feel their best, and accomplish their best. In order to do that, you have to do more better, right? Sounds simple enough. But we often get stumped on that. For me, I often find myself getting too wrapped up in the final outcome and focusing on all the things I come up short on. I get wrapped up in my shortcomings, failures, and places that maybe I feel like I dropped the ball. I sometimes find myself wallowing in my past, the mistakes I made, bad decisions, and missed opportunities. That often leads me to beating myself up, and that can last for minutes, hours, even days at times. I think everyone probably falls victim to these things from time to time, but the road to success, the one we should all be traveling, is to do more better. More Better Boulevard. You know, focusing on doing better today than we did yesterday, being better than this hour than we were in the last. You probably heard me say before that it's about stacking victories, putting points on the board, and little wins adding up to big wins. Well, that's what doing more better does. It keeps those points going up. And, you know, for instance, if you drink 4 or 5 sodas a day, drink 1 or 2 today and have water the rest of the time. If you're completely inactive, instead of beating yourself up for not working out 2 hours a day, go for a walk. Invest in yourself and your success by putting in a little more effort today and watch that scoreboard light up. So start by going back to what that goal is for you. What does the best you look like? How does the best you conduct themselves on a daily basis? What is it going to take for you to be your best? We have to develop a clear picture of our past, of our best. The only way for us to get anywhere is to know exactly where we're going, right? Then as we're mapping out our direction to get there, we have to look at what steps do we need to take and do more better each day. When I realize I'm beating myself up, sometimes I think back to when I was learning how to swim. You know, I didn't go and jump off that high dive into 12-foot water on my first day at the pool. And that was the ultimate goal, by the way. I mean, those guys and girls that were over there diving off that high dive deep down into that 12 foot of water just looked to me to be the cool kids. You know what I mean? Here I am over there flailing around in 3-foot water, basically just trying not to die, while they were having what looked to be the time of their life. It just made me want it so bad. Now, obviously I wasn't able to do that on the first day, and surprisingly, I didn't get to do it on the second day either. But inevitably, after a couple of weeks of just doing more, better, consistently, day in and day out, I find myself standing atop of that high dive, feeling like I was on top of the world. I was a winner. I had made it. Creating the best you is very similar. Jumping right into it will lead to being in over our head and not having developed the proper habits and honing in on the proper skill sets that will lead us drowning into the deep end of overwhelming failure. You know what I mean? So instead of beating ourselves up for not being where we want to be, let's focus on enjoying ourselves and our journeys by just doing more better. Finding joy each day by knowing that we're working toward our goals. It'll help us get to our best way faster than wallowing in not being there yet. When we waste time looking at where we fall, it takes time away from getting us up. We have to know that in order to change, we're going to mess up. We're going to fall back into some of our old habits and sometimes completely screw up. That's part of the ride. But every second we spend dwelling on that instead of focusing on what we can do more better is simply time wasted. The time we spend beating ourselves up is much better served by taking steps away from our shortcomings and striving towards doing better. We should not give those things life by dwelling on them. See, if we're constantly telling ourselves how bad we screwed up, then we often end up screwing up worse and more worse. We should focus instead on checking ourselves. Here's a for instance. We all know that in creating the best version of ourselves, eating a whole pack of Oreos is probably not part of our diet plan. But hey, it happens. Now instead of dwelling on that and allowing it to lead us to saying, I've ruined it now, might as well give up. I don't even know why I started trying this anyway. I quit. Don't do that. Acknowledge it for what it is. Hey, I shouldn't have eaten all those Oreos, but it's done. Now I'm going to do more better. I'm going to then create a goal for yourself for that day. Keep those promises that you make to yourself that day, and you'll find that you did more better. Do that in everything. I mean, after all, even though we're on a journey to be our best self, we're still human. Again, it's not are we going to fall short sometimes, because I promise you, we all are. It's what are we going to do when we do? How will we react? Are we going to give up and quit? Or are we just going to do more better? Personally, I'm committed to do more better, and I hope you'll make that same commitment to yourself. You are worthy. You deserve the best version of yourself. I believe in you, and you're not alone. If you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, like you can't see a way to get up from the place that you're in, let me know. Reach out. We're in this together. Now, let's say it together. Today, I'll do more better than I did yesterday. And I'll make it happen. God bless you. And I pray you have a blessed day.